a new live because that one for some reason there was no sound. So yeah, 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 yeah. So you home? Wow. My guy. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. You in my ears? You in my ears on YouTube? So I just want to let them know that I'm talking to somebody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Subscribe, Levi Peril. I'm on the phone right now with a wonderful dude, Mike that dude. So he's letting me know about what he's doing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Facts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Like that's what I did. If you do custom build, it's even better, bro. Building a shop, it's not that hard, man. As long as you're not putting like electricals through it, you're good to go, man. Best thing to do if you want electricals, right? You put it close enough to the house that's legal, and you get one of those RV outlets. So RV outlet allows you to plug into it, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I do, especially on this channel, I tell a lot of people like, hey, listen, do your own and just grow slowly because what a lot of people do is like, for example, they want a studio and you know what Anton always be saying. So if you're gonna do something, it's best to just figure how you're gonna come out of pocket because if you owe, technically, this is me in my words. Technically, you got like you got debt, and when you have debt and you have a place, it kind of forces you to think differently about the place. Like right now, um, as I'm having issues like with trying to get the family schedule together because I have one kid that's still home. Sometimes I have to go to the school, or sometimes I may have to what's that thing called? Um, uh, hold on 1 second. Are you still there? Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, I didn't know if the mic was good or not, so I had to check it. But yeah, so uh-huh. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so let me just let you know what I did. So before you do anything, number one thing you need is a plan. Once you get that plan set, and bro, you don't even need to like come up with your own plan. You just go online, type in what you want. What I did was I chose a lean to, right? If you have a lean to, oh man, bro, come on, bro. You don't have to do that. Appreciate you, man. Man, I appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah, you know how it is, man. I appreciate you, man. So what I did was I pick a lean to. The reason why we want to pick a lean to is this, right? I think you can go up to in my area, the highest you can build your shed high is 16 foot high, right? So I figure, okay, um, I'm gonna have some tall friends come in my shop. You know what I mean? One of my good friend is like 6'3". So if he comes in there, I don't want him like ducking his head, like, "Oh, hey, hey, what's going on, whiskey? Like, what's good?" You know, my government name. So I'm like, yeah, I better build this thing high. As you can see, I'm gonna give you an example. So I'm like about 5'8". This how it looks like. I can't even touch the top, and that's not even the top. That's the loft, right? You see it? And as we, yeah. So, exact, yeah. Like this is about. Do I have a rule? Yeah, yeah, I have a ruler. I'm gonna show you how tall it is. No diddy, no diddy. So right, what is this? So my bad. So it's about okay. Got the tippy toe there. All right, cool. So the entrance is about it's 7 foot, 7 foot. Sorry, hold on a second. 7 foot. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 7'8", right? So yeah, Shaq can definitely come in the building, no problem. What is he like 7 foot high? Yeah, so he can come in. Yeah, his head won't hit nothing. He's good. And as soon as you get in the middle, it's about 9.5 foot high, right? Leaning down, that's 8 foot, 8 foot, 5 inches high. So the shop is pretty high. It's pretty high. Um, Now my walls, I made a big mistake. So you want to go to your so if you're building a shop like mine's, man, I should change this title. I might have changed the title afterwards. We were talking about equipment, but it's cool. I'll talk about shop. All right. So the viewers that's watching right now, if you want to build a shop like mine's, right? What you want to do is this. Number one, go to your county website, see what you're allowed to build within your limit. Normally, majority of the areas allow you to build at least 200 square foot. If it's 200 square foot, right? You build 199, right? Because when you're building 200 square foot, you have a tendency when you add like the vinyl siding or even like the shed wall, whatever, the T111, that might end up pushing you to a little bit further. So now you may need a permit. You know what I'm saying? So if you build a space that's at least 199, right? Yeah, 100, yeah, 199 or 200 square foot. Let's just say 200 square foot, give or take, meaning a little bit lesser. What that allows you to do, it allows you to the ability to push out your space, but at the same time, since you're able to build up to a certain height, right? And your county will tell you how high you can build and how wide you can build. So if you do a shed shop, right, aka a studio, right, that's about 200 square foot wide and about um 10 a lean to 10-foot high, leading down to like 8-foot high. That's they call that a eight, no, a two-foot pitch, right? So the pitch is basically, I'm trying to get my, okay, there we go. So the pitch is this, how far down to how far up, right? To create basically an angle. So the lean to would be going this way, right? And then right here would be like the base where the what do you call it, the roof is connected to it. So if you do something like that, you're good to go. Because most lumbers come in between uh I believe building numbers between 8 foot high, 10 foot high, 12 foot high, and then I think it goes like 16 foot high, right? So just get the lumber, you make sure everything is cut evenly at the Home Depot so you don't have to do anything. When you come in, you just grab your nails, build it together, and then you're done. You're done. It's a lot easier than it looks because all you're doing is this, right? The floor is basically um the same as the wall. It's just the same thing. If you can build a floor, you can build a wall. You know what I'm saying? When you're building the floor, you just put in the 16 inches each 2 by 4, and then you keep going until you connect to the side and you connect to the other side. You put it up. I mean, you lay it down, and bam, there's your floor, right? Now, when I build my second shed, right, the 8 by 16, I build it way better than this one because the second time you do it, you kind of learn something from the first time you do it. So, um, what I did with the second one was this: I laid down cement inside of it. That was big. That was really big. Ye- Yeah, yeah. So if you, hmm hmm yeah. Well, actually, that's an add on for her as far as property value too. Hmm. Yeah. and hit. Hmm. Yep. Yep. Best solution is this, right? Go online, look up shed 200 square foot, right? It's and then put in lean to. There's a big reason why we want to put lean to, and I'll reiterate it, right? I'll re-say it. Lean to, just like it sounds. Yeah, yeah, 200 square foot lean to blueprint free. Shed blueprint free. Yep. Once you do that, it's gonna give you all the specs that you need. Like on my video before I even did the shed, I looked it up, I showed everybody how to look that up. Then after I looked it up, I showed everybody how to choose the right one. And then after I showed everybody the blueprint, like you can even print it, so you have everything. And then what you do is it will give you a spec of how tall you need your stuff to be, uh everything that you need as far as materials. I think even they break it down to everything. I think even but nails you can figure out. You run out, you just gotta go back and get some more. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Oh, of course. So this is what you could do, right? You tell them, you tell them to come over. Hey, listen, I just want to build a shed. Here's the specs, right? And you just have home. Oh, by the way, the driving back and forth, man, it's not worth it. If you're gonna do it, right, this is what you do. Go on Home Depot, right? And remember, that website will give you everything you need. So you just go on Home Depot, right? You search for the 2x4. You put as many 2x4s as they say, the size and stuff, right? And then when you're done, Home Depot will calculate how much all your materials are. Once it calculates how much all your material are, what's next is this, right? Um, you can have it shipped. Basically, they just drop it on your lawn. A big truck like flatbed just come out of nowhere. They're like, "Hey, are you such and such?" Yep, cool. They get on their forklift. They drop the items where you want it. If you're not sure, they just drop it in the front yard, and you can bring it to the back if you want. But they can ride to the back and dump it wherever you want it to be, right? So then after you done, you get order some pizza, get yourself some drinks, you know what I mean? Some beers. Hey, let your friend like, hey, bro, you want to come over? I got some pizza and drinks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when he stops by, like, yo, remember we were talking about the shed? You got time? Yeah, obviously he has time if he's showing up. Then you just pop some bottles, you know what I mean? Some good drinks, some good laughs, and then you just put together some walls 2x4. But most importantly, if you're gonna build a shed, I wish I had done that. I didn't know it was gonna be a big determinant on how I feel about the shed. Do cement flooring. Yep. Yep. And a lean-to is better because with the pitch roof, the they call it the A style. I hate the A style. It limits you so much. With the lean-to roof style, you can go as high as you want and as low as you want with the pitch. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta make sure it's at least 2 foot pitch minimum. Um yeah. For you in your area, yeah, yeah, you still worry about snow, right? Yeah, so a good roof pitch like that is good. Snow will just slide. And yeah, and you do so the way I did my roofing was a little bit extra. Some will say you don't have to do that, but like this big. It's big. What you do is this, right? When you put in, it's called the rafters, right? Let me see if I can pitch this up a little bit. Okay. You see how this is going up and down, right? The longwood, those are the ones like right here that's going all the way up and down. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. So, well, the center one is kind of like an add-on because when I was joining everything together, um, I kind of messed up the joint. So I was like, you know what? I threw a wood in there, and I'll explain everything why. So after you put the walls, so you put the floor, so you do cement, and then you don't even need to use like once you do the cement, you really don't need to put wood on top of it because it's the floor, right? I would do cement. Cement's a lot faster. You smooth it. So when your buddy comes over, right? And then you put the anchor bolts in there. So as soon as he comes over, you know what I mean? All he's gonna do is just all you guys gonna do is just drill into the base. So okay, so you have the so pretend my hands are like the 2x4 standing up. On the bottom is a bottom 2x4, right? That connects it. And what you do is you have anchor bolts. It's a fancy way of saying nails stick it up, right? Yeah. So the metal nails that don't have like a tip, that's just like flat, right? You'll drill a hole into the bottom 2x4, and then you put it right on top of the cement that has the anchor bolts, and then you just screw the bolts together and it locks everything. So in case of like a hurricane, anything, that baby's not going anywhere. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. The roof may do whatever it wants, but it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Yep. You just get right on top of a ladder, slide it down, or you just let the sun do all the work for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So after I put the roof rafter, I put in the basically it's the same thing as walls in the floor or whatever to wrap the shed. Um I just put flooring on top. It's the same concept. The floor, the roof, it's the same concept. So I put the plywood, that's the word. I put plywood on top, right? Um, and then after I put the plywood, I went and I add metal roofing. And the reason why in my opinion, people should do metal roofing is because of this, right? So when you do metal roofing instead of the shingles, right? The metal roofing lasts longer than the shingles, and you can paint it to give it even longer of a life. By the way, you know what I'm saying? And then, mhm, yeah. Yeah. So once you do the plywood on top, metal roof on top of the plywood, what's gonna happen is this, right? Oh yeah, yeah. Before you put so I did 3 steps for my roof, 3 steps. After putting the rafters, I put in plywood, right? After the plywood, I put in the roofing tar, right? That's the one that's the it's a temporary roofing to protect from weather and stuff. I didn't have time and money to get the metal. So what I did was right. So I put the roof tar on top, and it's pretty easy. It's sticky. You put it on, it sticks on top of the plywood, and then you can even decide to tack it with like some nails if you want. I didn't do that because it was already sticky anyways. And then what I did was this, right? And the reason why I didn't nail it is because I knew I would come back with the metal and I would nail the metal. So the metal would be nailed through the tar and into the plywood. So it would hold everything together anyways. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. You have 3 layers of added protection that can make the roof last even longer. The plywood makes it look like this, so it looks more, you can spray paint it, whatever you want to do. And then after the plywood, the tar, right? From getting attacked or whatever, and gives it a layer of safety from the elements, because when you have metal roof, eventually moisture is going to get underneath there. You know what I'm saying? But if you add the tar, if too much moisture ever gets on the metal roof and a leak can happen that you don't realize, you're protected by the tar. It's not going to get to the actual wood. Yep. And then the metal roof, the good news is during the winter, when it snows, eventually not all the roof is gonna be cold. Some parts of the roof is gonna be warm. And as parts of the roof starts to warm because the sun is baking on top, it's gonna cause the snow to slide down. You know what I'm saying? So now, yeah, and then the added protection of that is because it's corrugated, it makes the roof even stronger. So if a big storm happens, things ice up or whatever, your roof can be all set. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah. So the next thing is what's that thing called? Um so for the outside of the wall, I did 2 steps, right? I added plywood wrapped around the whole shed, right? And then after I did plywood, I did T11. Now, if you do plywood, you can do either the T11 or you can do vinyl. Vinyl is more aesthetically pleasing. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to repaint it. All you have to do is just um if you have one of those like pressure hose, you just hose it down. Any algae or whatever gets on it, like dust. What's that thing called? The thing that gives you allergies, pollen. Yeah, any pollen gets on there because sometimes pollen sticks onto it and it looks kind of greenish. You can spray that, make it look good. The aesthetics. You can even put like an edge to it, all that stuff. Those are extra cosmetics. So what I did was first I I put up all the 2x4s. I put in the floor, the walls, the roof, and then once I was done with that, obviously the door and the windows. Now, once I was done with that, um, then I took a break because money is a big factor. So I took a break, and then eventually I went around and got some money, and I was able to do the T111 all around. And then after the T111 was done, I was able to get some tar for the top, and then eventually I got the metal roofing the outside, so they look aesthetically pleasing to me. You know what I'm saying? On the inside, once it's done, the inside you could take your time. So I went and like it's a little weird. I don't recommend you do it, but because you'll have cement flooring, but you can still do like plywood on the floor if you don't like the coldness of the cement. If you want, that's not recommended, by the way. Um but yeah. Uh that's the plan. Oh yeah. So after I was done with the floor, um I went to the walls, and then that's when I bought the, was it the R18 or something like that? Installation. And that's the difference between a shed and a studio. Once you put in the insulation, you can now put in drywall all around. Now, me, I didn't use drywall because I wanted my shop to breathe a little bit. So I put plywood on the inside, and also I want it to be hard enough that I can, drill stuff to put, like, for example, on this side right here, right? Where is it? On this side right here, I was able to nail to the wall my what's that thing called? My laser engraver, and then also the big one is the 3D printer, right? So yeah, I was able to do all that. Yeah, so I was able to do all that because I had the ability to nail on the wall, but because I was able to nail on the wall a little bit better, um, it gave me more strength, you know? Like, for example, like I have a TV in here. I need to put the TV on, but yeah, I have a TV in here. So if I want, I could be here chilling with the TV. And at the end of the day, when it comes to like electricity, bro, for electricity, all you have to do is so now you have the whole place built, you have it insulated, you have walls, right? He may be like, yo, bro, how you gonna get electricity here? Let's be like, yo, um, my boy told me about this thing called what's that? What's the word? Uh RV outlets. The one that you so the RV outlets, what they allow you to do is this, right? Hold on one second. Try to fix the camera. Yeah, so with the RV outlet, what it allows you to do is this. On the outside is a three prong, right? So you can either plug a two prong in there or a three prong. So you grab an extension cord to the house, you plug it to the by that the minute you put insulation, it's a studio or a shop, bro. Like, don't let nobody tell you it's a shed because the shed is not that well insulated. Um, yeah, so now you can have power to your studio. And if you're like, you know what? I'm gonna set this up with a whole baking setup, and I'm gonna do my live in here, all that stuff. I'm gonna have my equipments, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have that. Bro, all you have to do is just go into the house, go basically you go to Home Depot. Yo, it's so cheap, bro. You go to Home Depot, $20. You get yourself a 240 amp. You go to your box, right? Your circuit box. You find out which one is to outside. You put like a little tape on it, right? Go to Home Depot, grab yourself a 240 amp. Obviously you got connections. You just go to your friend that does electricity or something like that, and you just pull that joint out, put the 240 in there, and bro, now you have unlimited power to your shop or to your studio. you you don't even have, bro. You see, I got lights right here, right? I got lights here. Um, I have lights up there too. I just don't light it up because I have lights coming. Hold up, I'm turning that too much. I have light coming from outside, and it's a whole lot of light, bro. So by knowing that, I was like, you know what? I don't need that much light. So the TV comes on. Obviously, you see me use the embroidery machine. So I got tons of power, bro. So this one I want to show you up there. Come on, come on. Bam. See, I got light up to there too. I just choose not to use it. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, yeah. Because this already too much light. I even have right where where's that thing? Right there. I got light there too. Hold on, let me turn it on. Give me a second. There it is right there. Bam. So yeah, like yeah, yeah. A lot of people think like you need like a $400 no 5,000, 20,000, like we call it wiring or something like that for the shop. Nah, bro, just grab yourself two RV outlet, right? One for the top, one for the bottom, and connect each one. Grab yourself some extension cords with the what's that thing called? The multi plugins. What's that thing called? Dang, I'm looking at it, I forgot the name. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doing that like yeah, yeah, yeah. You can plug multiple things on it. Extension cord. Extension cord with the power strip. Yeah. So you connect to the house to the studio, because for you it'd be a studio. Well, for me too, it's a studio. You connect from the house to the studio. Now you get one extension cord going one end, the other one going the other end. So one end can be the stove, the other end can be just your podcast stuff. You know what I'm saying? Your office section, all that stuff. So now you have a studio with all your equipment, and you can choose to go live anytime you want. You could bake whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. And then on top of that, if you put it high enough, you can put carbon monoxide, smoke detector, get yourself an extinguisher. You're a little bit more legit, because when you tell people, hey, always have safety, always have an extinguisher next to you. You never know what could happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, bro, guess how much that studio gonna be? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Facts. Facts. Yeah, bro. Yep. Yep. Now imagine like, now you're making the big YouTube bucks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, let me move my grandma someplace better, bro. Somebody come over and they see a whole studio, like, what the? This is a man cave. Yo, it's got a stove. What? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. That's what we do over here, Levi Apparel. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, so you see me with the hat. I'm about to get yours set. So hopefully this week I'm good with it. And then after that, ship it over. It's just the ease a little bit interesting the way the embroidery machine is making it, but it's because like A-Dub Production, the guy that made this shirt, was the one who designed it. And the way he designed it, it was pretty much designed for I think it was designed for this machine right here. So that's a small embroidery machine. And I'm using the big one. They both can use the same file, but the difference is this one is used to printing a little bit smaller, where that one is used to printing a little bit bigger. So the letters come a little bit, where you can see it right here, right? The E shows everything. So yeah, 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 yeah. So I'm gonna get it set and I'm gonna get it ready to be sent out. But yeah, so bro, I'm gonna give you the price of how much this place cost me. With everything that I have here, I didn't even break 2,000. I didn't even break 2,000. You know what I mean? Mhm. 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 Yep. Yep. Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hold on real quick. I'm just gonna end the live and let everybody know. Hey guys, like, subscribe, Levi Apparel. I'm gonna have some more information on like the shop build, how everything was, and I'll give you the final cost. Hopefully coming up with a grand opening, well, more like grand showing. But like, subscribe, Levi Apparel. I'm out. Appreciate you again, my guy. We'll just talk off live. All right, cool. Let me hold on, give me a second. I'm just gonna close it and then yeah.